Good morning, folks. This is Kerry with 401k Dexter's here. Ran over to get our grandson. Excuse me, he's in the back. Gonna spend the morning with us while our daughter has tutoring for her scholarship today. It's Thursday, and she has like a 2-hour online interactive tutoring to make sure that she's successful in her nursing school. So I typically come over and get him, or she brings him over to spend the morning with us. So we're gonna go to the house and feed some horses and eat some breakfast and play on some new equipment that the neighbor gave us. I kind of call it a Hot Wheels track set, but it's a little car that he sits on, holds the handles, and then it starts about 10-12 inches up off the ground, and it's got 3 pieces of track that snap together. It's kind of like a small roller coaster. Now he's only 15 months old, so we can't be like slinging him down there, but we put it on him last night just before dark when they were over for dinner, and he had the biggest grin on his face. So we'll play with that and have a good time at Papa's house. I wanted to put together a quick video in response to Steve's retirement corner, where he talked about the last 10 years of work, or your working years, being important for saving for retirement. And I'm going to put a spin on it and say that the first 10 years is really critical for saving for retirement. The reason for that, I think it's the can't remember what financial show on YouTube, maybe it's the Money Guy, who talks about the early years of retirement. If you can be diligent and purposeful and intentional with your investments and savings and being frugal and putting as much money away as possible, by doing it in the first 10 years that you start investing, that money has more time to grow for you and increase the value of your portfolio. I know for us, I started probably about 30 years old saving for my retirement, and that was because I really didn't get a professional job, white collar job, until after I graduated with my associates in drafting degree. Then I got into the office workspace as a computer-aided drafter, CAD operator, and from that started doing illustrations for technical manuals and got into the documentation field. But those first jobs were the ones that offered a 401k, where it was, oblivious to me. It came right out of my check before, I ever got my check, and it was put in a savings account. But the real kicker for me was about 10 years into savings, and that first amount going into my retirement account, I guess we had probably worked up to where I had maybe $60,000, $70,000 into my 401k. And I had changed jobs a couple times and transferred that money to the, whoever was their 401k company. I've been at Fidelity for the last 40 years, I guess, but about 35 years. I can't remember if it was Smith Barney before that, but maybe one other one. But anyway, we had saved about $60,000 or $70,000, and we had moved down to Texas. And I had mentioned this before, was that I had worked for a company based out of California, and every year they gave us company stock. At the end of when I stopped working for them, they were eventually sold and bought out by a company called Titan Corporation. Titan Corporation was eventually merged into L3 and part of L3 Harris years down the road, but Titan Corporation bought this company out of California called J-Corp. J-Corp was a privately held company that gave company stock as Christmas bonuses and annual bonuses. You would get little shares of stock. Well, we were down in Texas plugging away, saving for retirement, and all of a sudden in the mail we get $100,000 check. Well, what had happened is they had bought out everybody's private shares, employees' shares of stock, and wrote everybody checks. Well, of course, we didn't think it was real. I didn't know if it was a prank or a joke or someone trying to, steal money from us by, oh, this can be yours if you send us, your bank account or, $1,000 or whatnot. But I looked into it, and sure enough, that $100,000 went right on top of the $60,000 or $70,000 that we had. So we had a significant amount of money to now start working for us and growing. That first decade of savings really showed us what the potential for saving for retirement could be if we were to be diligent and intentional with the savings for retirement for the rest of our career. So just wanted to kind of put this out there. I know that the majority of audience that watches the show, the channel, is 55 to 60 years of age. Let me know what you guys, what portion or what place in your savings for retirement you seem to make, in past that point or that hurdle that gives you the confidence that you could or that you will be able to retire. So for us, it was that first 10 years where we were diligent about savings and then had the stock buyout from the private company to a public company and boosted our savings into the 170 or more. And from there, that's just doubled and doubled and doubled over the years. So you guys have a good week. It's Friday tomorrow. Weekend's right around the corner. So you guys take care. 401k Dexters out.